My name is Brian Popovich. I'm a teacher in Nashville, Tennessee. I've produced this video for use with my English 1 honors class at Brentwood High School in Brentwood, Tennessee. So far, our study of dramatic literature is centered exclusively on the Western tradition, but let's take a moment to consider the drama of the Eastern tradition as a contrast. We have studied how the drama of Renaissance England builds upon the tradition of ancient Greek drama. But how does Western drama compare and contrast with that of East Asia, and particularly with the drama of China and Japan? There are two main differences, and the first has to do with the relationship between the text and the performance. As we have seen, drama in any tradition is meant to be performed. But for most of us in the West, our primary experience with drama continues to be by reading the script of a play. Consequently, we continue to make the playwright the central figure in our study of drama. In East Asia, however, the text takes a backseat to the performance. The play's the thing, to quote the bard. Consequently, the actors who perform the play are more important than the author who wrote the script. Another difference is the way in which we identify genres of drama. In the West, we classify genres according to content. The ancient Greeks identified comedy and tragedy as the two main genres. Shakespeare continued this distinction, but added the genre of history to the mix. But in East Asia, genres are distinguished not by content but by form. Three important Chinese genres include the jiazhu, quinqiu, and jingzhu. The main line of Chinese drama goes back to the 13th century when the Yuan dynasty ruled. The jiazhu form mixed music, singing, and dancing with a poetic language in a vernacular form. By the 16th century, during the Ming dynasty, a new form became dominant. The quinqiu built upon the jiazhu, adding its unique music and particular language, as well as special subtleties among the actors. Finally, by the 19th century, during the Qing dynasty, Jingzhu emerged as a dominant form. Beijing opera, as it is frequently called, expands the quinqiu to include new musical forms and performance conventions. Three important Japanese genres include no, kabuki, and bunraku. The main line of Japanese drama goes back to the 14th century and the establishment of the no form. No combines music and dancing with choral chants and highly stylized movements. In the 17th century, a new form of Japanese drama was created. Kabuki combines singing, dancing, and also stylized movements. By the 18th century, a new form of puppet theater had emerged. Bunraku combines puppetry with chanting and music. There are 6 characteristics that are typical of East Asian drama. The first is the use of musical instruments. These include drums, gongs, cymbals, and other percussion instruments, bamboo flutes and other woodwind instruments, and stringed instruments that can be either plucked or played with a bow. Each genre, however, uses a unique combination of instruments to form its characteristic musical style. The second characteristic typical of East Asian drama is singing and dancing. Because music plays such a central role in Eastern drama, many plays incorporate song and dance into the performance. Many plays include whole sections in which a character sings his or her dialogue. And dances of one type or another can be found in almost every play. Consequently, we might compare Eastern drama with Western operas instead of plays as we typically experience them. The third characteristic is the use of masks and face paint. Masks in Eastern drama are works of art. They can range in style from incredibly elaborate to relatively simple and understated. Similarly, face paint can express a wide range of emotions. In any case, the dynamic masks and face painting in Eastern drama forms a contrast with the relatively static masks of ancient Greece. The fourth characteristic is the use of elaborate costumes. Like masks, costumes are considered works of art unto themselves, and the clothes are typically handmade for each individual performance. The costumes, combined with the masks, wigs, and props, serve to give the audience clues about a character's identity. For example, this character has 4 flags on his back, signaling that he is a general. The 5th characteristic typical of East Asian drama is the use of stylized props. The most famous prop in Eastern drama is surely the fan, which serves to communicate in 2 ways. First, the fan itself is a blank canvas for visual imagery. And second, the movements of the fan are like a language in and of itself. Weapons are also highly stylized. Swords, spears, and staffs are all props used to convey information about the characters. The 6th characteristic is stage and set design. A traditional Chinese stage is a simple rectangle open on 3 sides, but is usually elaborately decorated. By contrast, a typical Japanese no stage is relatively sparse and understated. And a kabuki stage usually includes a platform for the actors to walk among the audience. The set design tends to be more symbolic than realistic. For example, these 4 poles and a roof are meant to represent a house. And this similar structure with a bell is meant to represent a bell tower.